Thanks, Chrissy, and thanks to the organisers for giving us the chance. Ours was a bit of a late-minute application because we only listed in January. Yeah, so Unity Metals, first IPO on the ASX this year, listed on the 12th of January. We raised $8.6 million. We're exploring in Cambodia and Thailand for both gold and copper. The styles of mineralisation that we're chasing are intrusion-related gold, and that's very much our focus, but also porphyry copper gold. You know, we're looking for discoveries of scale, so we're wanting something that is really worth our while, and I think we're heading in that direction with the results that we're starting to see. I suppose one thing that we've looked at, particularly when we put the package together, is the sort of strategic setting, and we've been fortunate to get a package where we're next door to major deposits. So in Cambodia, we're directly next door to the Okvau gold mine, and by directly next door means we're on the other side of the mine fence. So you've got Emerald Resources at Okvau. They sort of entered the country similar sort of size as we are now, and they've built a company that's now $4 billion around this Okvau asset. 1.3 million ounce resource, one of the lowest cost producers on ASX. And then in Thailand, we have ground around the Put 1 copper gold deposit. Now Put 1 is the largest copper deposit in Thailand, 900,000 tonnes of contained copper, 800,000 ounces of contained gold, and we totally surround that asset, and we have lookalike targets in our ground. In terms of the team, we've put together a really good, particularly good technical team. We have a track record of discovery and resource delineation, collectively more than 18 million ounces of gold. We also have extensive operating experience in Southeast Asia, which is quite critical to be operating in that part of the world. So listed in January, hit the ground running. We've got an 8,000 metre drilling program underway. We're now 90% complete, so we've just done 3 months of drilling, round the clock, 2 rigs. We'll finish that program in the next 2 or 3 weeks. So most of the drilling is now complete, but we still have a lot of assays to come. So we put about 40% of our assays out in the announcements to date, but we have a lot more to come over the coming weeks. We're drilling five prospect areas on our flagship project called North. We've got assays back for 2, and we've got gold discoveries on 2. So in terms of the team, my background is in gold. I'm an exploration geologist, 38 years, worked in 40 countries, but in particular I've been involved in this intrusion-related gold, so gold related to a certain type of granite. I was first introduced to this style of mineralisation when I was with Anglo Gold, when I had a bit more hair, and then I've continued to work on this style of mineralisation throughout my career. So I spent 15 years in West Africa managing gold and mineral resources. We found an intrusion-related gold system called Balago in Burkina Faso. The discovery intercept on that was 57 metres at 40 grams. And then it just gives you a feel for what these things can be. They can be incredibly high grade, associated with diorite intrusions, and we're on a similar sort of system in Cambodia. And I think that's the exciting thing about Cambodia, is it's completely unexplored, and we don't know what we're going to see at this stage. So supporting me, I have a team of 6 geologists. In terms of the head of the geological group, we have Shane Hibbert, exploration manager. Now he was involved on the Okvau gold mine. He was the one that got the resource there up over 1 million ounces. He heads our team. And then we have another guy called Graham Moore, who was the country manager for Oxiana and Oz Minerals on Okvau. So we have a long background in Cambodia, and also particularly on the asset that sits directly to the north of us. So in terms of the company, we're just under 30 million market cap at present. We've done a lot of work since we listed in January. Current cash 4.5, 169 million shares on issue. In terms of the major shareholders, directors and management, just under 17%, and the single largest shareholder, RIU Resources Fund, just under 9%. In terms of the asset base, 3 projects in Cambodia, 2 granted gold licences and a copper gold application. And in Thailand we have 14 copper gold applications. They're contiguous, one project called the Loy Copper Gold Project. So we'll start off in Cambodia. This is a satellite image of the eastern part of the country. You've got our licences there in white. You've got the Nort project, and then you've got the Overflow project out to the east. If we focus on the Nort project, you can see that Emerald Resources have the licences in yellow. They completely surround us. So here's a $4 billion company, completely surround us. And then we have their mine right on our northern boundary. So the Okvau gold mine is only 2 km from our boundary. It's the largest gold mine in Cambodia. And then we have another large gold mine in Cambodia called Masam, Chinese operation, which is 1.5 km from our boundary. So in terms of a strategic setting, you can't get better than that. So if we have a look at the Nort Gold Project, so it's 112 square km. As I mentioned, it sits right beside 2 operating gold mines. It's intrusion-related gold mineralisation. So we have a series of diorite intrusions that are mineralised with gold. And then we have that particular intrusion-related geochemistry, so arsenic, bismuth, tellurium with the gold. So we've done a fair bit of work before we did the IPO. So we basically had the projects ready for drilling after we listed. And so we've we've started doing that work. So 5 prospects that we're drilling, 8,000 metres, 50 holes. We're about 90% complete. We should be completed now in the next few weeks. And then we have a heap of assays to come over the coming weeks. So probably the most important slide in the deck. So the red outline is our licence area. You can see the Okvau gold mine just to the north of us. North-northeast trending veins, open pit 2 km to the north. You've got the Masam mine, again, north-northeast trending veins, 1.5 km to the north of us. Now, both of those deposits sit in a diorite intrusion. And then when you look at the colour in our area there, that's our gold and soil results. So we were able to delineate these quite massive gold and soil anomalies, really high grade, really contiguous, in about 5 areas. They're related to diorite intrusions, which are very similar to those that host the deposits to the north. And we're currently now systematically testing those with drilling. So we've completed our drilling at Rohav Mountain one, the one out to the west, North Central, the one in the middle there. North Northeast we're currently drilling, so the one closest to the Okvau gold mine we're drilling at the moment. And then Strolo, which is one in the centre of the licence area. And I'll just show you a couple of slides on 3 of those prospect areas. So Rohav Mountain is a prospect out to the west. Just finished our drilling there. We've got some of our results back. It's a sort of north-northeast trending ridge, which has a basalt cap. So our geochemistry didn't work. There was nothing to see in our geochem. But there was one creek that cuts through the basalt and exposed mineralisation in the side of the creek. The rock chip sampling in there and some old Vietnamese workings, we were getting 24 grams gold, but also that intrusion-related gold signatures, so silver, zinc and lead. So 200 grams silver, 4% zinc plus lead. So we started drilling around that, and I suppose to our surprise, we've hit this large diorite intrusion. So this intrusion is incredibly altered. It's gold mineralised, 150 metres wide. We don't know the strike extent. We don't know where it's going at depth. But that's the target moving forward. So we still have 8 holes. We're waiting on assays for this. So over the coming weeks, we'll be very interested to see what comes out of those. So we have this intrusion, and then just downstream from that intrusion, we have the largest artisanal workings in the Nort project area. And what's interesting in those is that we're getting these angular gold nuggets. And we certainly think the source of that gold is an intrusion that we're starting to drill. And that's what they're getting, only 300 metres below the drilling that we're doing now. So nice angular gold grains, haven't travelled fast from the source. So this is the diorite intrusion at Rohav Mountain. I mean, we thought it was a sandstone when we first hit it. It's really pale, almost a white colour. The original diorite minerals have been almost totally replaced. So incredibly strong hydrothermal alteration, probably some of the strongest that I've seen in my career. So it's gold mineralised. We have a number of generations of quartz veins. So we have an early generation that doesn't seem to have a lot of gold, and then we have a later generation which is epithermal in character, where we find quartz, sphalerite, galena, plus the gold. So there's certainly going to be zinc and lead when we get results back. And that's going to be the generation of veining that we focus on moving forward. North Central is a central prospect area we've drilled. It's a large diorite intrusion, 1.5 k's by k. It has a coincident gold and soil anomaly with results up to 5,300 ppb gold. Completed 16 drill holes, and we've discovered a series of stacked shallow dipping zones of mineralisation. They range from 0.5 metre to 5 metres wide. Near surface we have half a dozen of those that are close to each other, and we're getting quite high grade intercepts in the veins that we've drilled so far. So some of those listed there. I suppose what excites us is the sort of near surface character of the veins and the fact that they show strong continuity. So some of the veins we have 4 or 5 intersections in the same vein, and they're still open at depth and along strike. And that's what they look like. So certainly very much an open pittable target and something that we're willing to look at moving forward. The one that we're drilling now is the closest to the Emerald Gold Mine, right on the boundary, large gold and soil anomaly, coincident arsenic anomaly. We're drilling 9 holes there, and that drilling should be completed in the next few weeks. Our second project in Cambodia is called Oak Plain. It sits out in the east of our gold mine and our Nort project, almost 200 square k's. There's some historical mining there, illegal mining. These guys were removed about 5-6 years ago, but not before they'd set up a processing plant, mined gold in a number of pits, which has been useful for us because it's exposed some of the mineralisation so that we can sample. So we've done a lot of soil sampling here. We've identified some really extensive gold and soil anomalies, sort of cover an area of about 2 by 3 k's, and you can see those on the slide there. And they sit at the northern end of quite a sizable granodiorite intrusion. Currently doing geophysics in this area, LiDAR, drone magnetics and gradient array IP. That work will be completed towards the end of this month. Then we'll merge the geophysics and the geochemistry to identify our first drill targets in this area. And this is what one of the pits look like. I mean, what excited us is just the intensity of the stockwork mineralisation. I mean, it's quite incredible. So this area here is 40 metres in horizontal width. The strike is unknown, the strike is still open. We're getting 2 grams in our channel rock chips. And I suppose there's not many places in the world where you can find something like this that's never had a drill hole. So in Thailand, we have an asset in the northern part of the country in the Loy Fold Belt. It's a copper gold belt. So the Loy copper gold project, so we have 14 licence applications there, almost 200 square k's. It's sort of porphyry skarn styles mineralisation. Throughout the area there's quite widespread copper and gold occurrences, some of them associated with gossans. The key thing there is that the largest copper deposit in the country, called Put 1, is in the centre of our licence package. Not in our package, but we totally surround it. So 900,000 tonnes of contained copper, nearly 800,000 ounces of contained gold. But when you look at that image there on the slide, so that's magnetics. That Put 1 deposit is associated with a diorite intrusion that's magnetic. And what excites us is these big magnetic anomalies that we have surrounding that in our licence areas. So there's 5 lookalike targets that haven't been drilled surrounding that Put 1 deposit. And that'll be the focus of our exploration moving forward. So in terms of the timetable, I mean, right now we're knocking off this 8,000 metre diamond drill program. Should be completed in the next 3 weeks or so. We've got a heap of assays to get back that we'll get out to the market in the coming weeks. We're finishing off our geophysical program on our Woflay project. Once that's complete, we'll get our drill targeting ready. And then we'll decide the next step on both, just how much drilling and when we do that. Thank you.